covered bridges. Today we're going to talk to you about mistakes that you want to avoid if you ever want to sell your home.
One of the biggest ones is to over-personalize your home with bright colors. I know I showed a house once that had a canary yellow sunken tub. It's great if you want to have a sunken tub. You might want to consider the colors because it's going to be difficult to get rid of a canary yellow tub.
Oh yes, yes, or those burgundy and hunter green colors, and not just the interior but the exterior of your house, like bright orange or real bright colors.
Bright orange exterior is acceptable if you're in Florida, Key West, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, have at it. But pay attention to your market where your house is and know the colors that are acceptable.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
There was a house in our market that was on the market and it was a pastel color, and it was on the market at least 3 or 4 times for a few years, and I don't know that it ever sold because it was vinyl siding, and to replace that pastel would cost a lot of money. It was a big house, so just be careful of doing things out of the ordinary if you ever want to sell your house.
Curb appeal is very important. In our area, really more neutral tones are what sells.
Yeah, absolutely. Something else that's really something to think about is if maybe some kiddos moved out, or you've got some extra space and you have 3 bedrooms, and you decide that you want a big master, and you knock out a wall and now make a big master suite, but now you only have 2 bedrooms left or less. That could be problematic when you're going to sell a home.
Yeah, if you need to expand in the attic, expand in the basement for a family room or what have you.
Or do an addition.
Or
Don't
do an addition.
close in a garage and make it the family room,
Yes.
but leave the garage doors on the outside so it looks like a garage, but you walk in and you have no garage.
Or turn a 2-car garage into a 1-car garage. So garages are really important.
Also, hardwood floors are very popular, so you really want to keep them exposed, maybe refinish them, but not cover them up with carpet.
Right.
Definitely don't paint them.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You can remove carpet and you can redo the finish, but boy, when you paint them and you have to redo that, that's crazy.
And be careful of painting brick. I know today a lot of, if you watch HGTV, they do and change the brick and paint it. But once you paint brick, it's really hard to get it off or change it. So beware of painting brick.
Something else that people may not think about when their younger ones are in sports and they decide to take the backyard and put a sand volleyball court in, or a basketball court with concrete. And if you're going to do something like a sand volleyball court, at least you get rid of that. But if you're putting a concrete pad down that's for any type of sporting event, not every buyer is going to see that as useful to their family.
Or even putting in a big expensive swimming pool. Not every buyer is going to think that is worth the value that you do, and very well will not be getting your money back.
Yeah.
And again, that depends on the area.
It does.
If you're in Florida, you pretty much do want a swimming pool, but in Pennsylvania, northeast Pennsylvania, not so much.
No, and in our area, swimming pools, depending on the neighborhood, can increase the value a little bit, but certainly not anywhere near what the cost of the pool and patio and everything else cost. I gave away $60,000 in my last house. And what did we do? We turned around and did it again. But we did it because we wanted it.
And you use it.
And we use it.
And if it's for your own quality of life, that's
Right.
one thing.
That's
But
right.
just know when you go to sell, there's a very good chance you're not going to get
Right.
your money back.
Right. You're gonna get
Something else to think about when you're going through your home is your furnishings and dark heavy drapes, not letting a lot of natural light in. If you're going through room by room and it's really dark to you, that's depressing sometimes to buyers when they walk in the door. So brighten it up. A gallon of paint goes a long way. Neutral colors, nice light window treatments, that stuff goes a long way.
And those are things too that can be changed easily. Just be careful if you switch out fixtures. I had a house with all black fixtures, tub, everything, and red ceramic tile. That's not easy to change.
No.
So be careful with things that are more permanent to keep that neutral, because if you go to sell 10 years from now, that might not be in style.
I think another thing, as you're aging in a home, you may start to make the house more accessible for your needs, your physical needs, And I would say just be aware that as you're building ramps to get into your house, that you make it so it's easily converted back. So the stairs maybe are still under the ramp or that sort of thing, because it is expensive to make everything accessible, handicap accessible, but just know the buyer who would be coming in most likely isn't going to need that.
That's correct. Another thing too is in bathrooms you see handles and bars that help to stay safe in a shower or whatever. They don't have to be permanently installed. They do have them now that are almost like suctioned, but very, very safe. And that's a wise move because it can be easily removed.
So I think you'll see that there are a lot of things to consider when making improvements to your home. Even though when you buy a home, you don't ever plan on leaving it, but know that situations change, lives change, and you might end up selling your home that you didn't plan to sell prior. So just make sure when you make permanent changes to that property that they're not going to negatively affect your value. Make sure that you keep it
resale value.
Yeah, always think about resale value because you never know when that happens. So I think that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. Please visit our YouTube channel at Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty, where we're sharing with you video ideas every couple of weeks. So check that out. And also check out our Facebook business page at Century 21 Cover Bridges. So until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.